Hi guys, and welcome back to Dominicana Adulting, and today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about two books that I have read in the past couple of months that have really inspired me and changed the way I think about life. The first one is You're a Badass by Jen Sincero, and then the next one is Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis, or is it Holly? Also, please, Girl Wash Your Face, when I read that I was like, I love this. I love this title. Okay, so one of the books, You're a Badass, is a very much self-hype book. Anything is possible, and these are the things how you can reset your mindset to do it. Girl Wash Your Face, it has a lot of that, but it's also a lot about, you just gotta do it. You just gotta go for it. Stop making bullshit excuses for yourself and just do it. So those are those two books. In You Are a Badass, she talks a lot about setting your intention. She talks a lot about visualizing and how the way you think about things and how you believe in the things that could happen in your life actually makes them happen. And that to me was pretty great. She also had this really cool point that I hadn't heard, and it was around money. And it's like, if you think that money is a bad thing, if you think that the link between money and power is a bad thing, then you as a human, if you have the opportunity to make a lot of money when you're older, then you're either gonna turn it down because subconsciously you're gonna feel like the more money I make, the shittier the person I'll become, or you're gonna fuck it up anyway when you start working and getting that much money because you're not gonna believe that you deserve that much money. So it's like a whole thing of unpacking a lot of stuff while reading that book. But yeah, you should definitely read it. Girl Wash Your Face is the book I have read most recently, and that book, it's a little weird because two things while I was reading turned me off about the book. One of them is that she's a mom. I'm not a mom, so a lot of the chapters I couldn't really relate to an extent. The book is laid out like, I don't remember if it's 17 or 20 lies or something, and she starts with a lie she's told herself her entire life, and then the things in her life that have proven to her that those lies aren't true. And one of those lies, is I'm a bad mom, or I don't know how to be a mom. And even though I couldn't relate to that, I could definitely relate to the whole maybe I'm not a good mom, but maybe I'm not a good sister, or I'm not a good daughter, or I'm not a good employee, or whatever that may be, just because there are things that bring us to believe that we're just not good at what we're doing, and we're the imposter syndrome of it all, and we don't belong where we are, or we don't deserve the things that we have, and we do. So yeah, so that was one of them. And then the second thing is that she kept bringing in religion, and I feel like I have this just really sticky situation with religion that every time I hear the word God, I'm just I shut off. I'm like, what? No. And it's not necessarily that I don't believe. I don't even, just look at my face right now. That's all you need. It's just I just have a very interesting relationship with it. So every time she would talk about it like that, I would shut up for a second. However, she had a lot of really amazing things to talk about in this book, and I just wanted to share some of those things with you guys. The first thing is that she made this distinction in wording. You're trying to get home and there's just a lot of cars in the street and you're getting pissed at the cars around you. She says, it's not that you're getting pissed, is that you're doing pissed. You don't get pissed, you do pissed. So how can you catch yourself and stop yourself from getting there, or just acknowledge yourself from getting there? So let's say if you're in your car and you're getting pissed at another driver, you're not getting pissed, you're doing pissed. So just be like, oh, here I am again, here I'm doing it again, and just acknowledging that you're getting there, and that will usually catch you, and you'll be like, oh wait, let me calm down. Not getting these things, you do these things, and you can stop yourself doing these things. You can control yourself doing these things, and I think that was a really cool distinction that she made. The other thing that she said, and I've heard this a million times before, but in this context, she said, you're your own hero and you're the only one who can change your life. You are the one who can control the way you react to certain things. You're also the one who designs every single day of your life. You're the one who designs who you spend a lot of your time. So don't be a victim, but take steps to get your life to where you want it to go, because you're the only one who can do that. And if you're not happy in the life you're living today, what are those steps that you're gonna take to get you where you want to go? Another cool thing that she said is that no is not a final answer. It's just feedback and another opportunity to try again. So she talks about this book that she wrote when she was younger, and it was a very naive book, and at that moment the book industry wanted sex and steamy, and she was like, yo, that's not me or my book, so I don't want that. But she basically got told no by every single publisher. Instead of like feeling rejected, I mean, she probably felt rejected, but instead of stopping what she just Googled, how can I self-publish my book? Because she didn't take the no's as stop doing this. She took them as feedback and as other opportunities that she just needed to find her way of being able to do the thing that she wanted to do, not that she needed to give up the thing that she wanted to do. And I thought that was really cool, because so many times we get told no and we just think like, oh, that's it, that's all. That was my chance and I blew it. But it's not, because you just need to find an alternative way to do what you want to do. Another really cool thing that she said that really resonated with me, especially at that moment in time, is that you need to stand up for yourself in your relationships that you have with your significant others. I think most of the way that this resonated with me is understanding what you want out of a relationship with someone, even if it's physical, even if it's romantic, like whatever relationship it is, and understanding if you're gonna get that from that person. So right now where I am, I used to be able to just be like, yeah, no, that's exactly what I want and we can do it. But now I feel like I've been lying to myself a little bit of like what I'm trying to look for and how I want to get there. And something that she said is something like, stop giving yourself up to men who are just going to like disrespect you or like not give you what you want. You should be very sure of what you want and asking that of them, and if they can't give you that, then you should be able to move on and really value yourself and respect yourself enough to do that. So I think that was really cool, and it just came at a really good time in my life to hear that. Another really cool thing that she talked about is about being fully yourself, even though it's going to make people uncomfortable, understanding it's going to make people uncomfortable and owning it. So she got this word tattooed in her wrist, and it's mogul, because that's the thing she's aspiring to do. She wants to be able to be ambitious and be sophisticated and all these things she wants to do, but also not be apologetic about who she is or where she wants to go. She talks about going to this conference where there were a whole bunch of women who had like companies, and they had employees, and they were running their companies from home, and the way they were talking about it was like, oh yeah, this is my side hustle, or like, oh yeah, this is my hobby, this is what I do on the side. And it's like, why should you be hiding this amazing thing that you're doing, calling it something so small, when you should be so proud, and you should be calling it your company, you should be calling it your business, and all of these big things. So it's just like, own what you're doing and be yourself, and don't be afraid about the reaction that you're going to get from the people around you, because you're always going to make people uncomfortable. So you might as well make them uncomfortable being yourself, instead of making both of you uncomfortable because you're not being fully yourself and they're going to be uncomfortable anyway. So kind of on that note is like, don't make yourself smaller just to make other people feel more comfortable. There is no need for you to do that. You are you, you are amazing, and you deserve to be where you are. So hold your ground, hold your space, and be huge. Be amazing. Another really cool thing that she says is that she asks everyone, she went to this conference and they asked her, what is the parent that you seeked love from the most? Not the one who gave you love the most, but the one you sought it after the most. And then who did you have to become to get that love? And I think that to me was really interesting, because that would be my dad for me. And I think the person that I needed to become was a very like right hand, doing what he wanted me to do, helping him out, an overachiever. And how is that playing in my life now and the relationships that I have now. And I think that was a really cool thing to think about. And then the last thing is that if you set a goal, you should write it down and think about it, read it every day, keep it in your mind, because you would be surprised of the things that start happening when you start putting things together like that in your brain, and life starts manifesting it for you. So thank you so much. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the content I put out, definitely subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and thank you for watching. Bye.